morning and welcome to a day in my life. Happy October. Things are changing. We're in fall, not official yet, but my routine is changing a little bit and it has definitely been. And I want to take you guys along with me in a full day in my life. I feel like I haven't done a video. Like, actually, that's just not true. Literally like 2 videos. Like, if I look tired, by the way, I am. So let's just get that elephant out of the room. Let's make our bed and get into the day. Booyah. I think I did not get all the mascara off of my face. I look like a Monster High doll and not in a good way. It's giving ghoul. Okay, anyways, bed's made. Our bed is made. We're moving into our journal. I wanted to show you guys how I've been setting up my checklist. I make them the night before. I have it split up into school, life stuff, things to edit, and then client stuff. So this is kind of our itinerary for today. My module 6, I get to get done. My client stuff, just some life things. And then I also have videos I need to edit. I need to edit a good amount today, so I always put that down. Honestly, a big part of my day too is a lot of editing, which I feel like is hard to vlog because I'm just like, that's what my plan is today. So we're gonna do a little bit, get some thoughts out. I have felt so observant of myself recently, of just things that I do, preferences that I have, learning so much. I'm a little self-development sponge, okay? And I'm not gonna reference SpongeBob. We're growing. That's growth. Pens out. Are you riding along? Whatever. Typically right now I would be going on my morning walk. It's been rainy and it's not the weather for that at the moment, but what's really important for my seasonal depression is that I get some form of outsideness. So even if it's raining, I make sure to be outside first thing in the morning and getting my fresh air. So I'm not walking this morning, that's okay. As long as you're getting some photons in your eyeballs, you're breathing in freshness. Look, we have a good morning, handsome boy. Fresh air is kind of the substitution that I use for my walks if the weather hasn't been the best, especially with the hurricanes. It's been really rainy where I'm at. I hope you guys are staying safe with that. My prayers go out to everybody affected by that. It's horrible, and I'm very blessed that we've only really gotten like rain. Getting some fresh air first thing in the morning. Set my day up with nature, whether that's with my doggy outside. It doesn't need to be, you know, some 45-minute walk all the time, as long as you're just getting fresh air, especially with seasonal depression. Your vitamin D and your outsidedness really matters. I put on waterproof mascara last night and I think that I did not get it off all the way, which is why I look purple around the eyes, or that's just like the new look. I'm making it the new look. Get all the ugly out in the first few clips. First few clips. Literally, we're putting our hair out. Shut up. Whip out Miss Ma'am. She's been doing so good, guys. Also, what is happening? I think I'm having an allergic reaction to life. I think that's what this could be. Snail mucus. Yes. Epsom gel. Security. Face is so damn dry, especially as it gets colder. It's disgusting if I don't have moisturizer on it all the time. Patch of dried Elmer's glue when you were a kid. So satisfying. Did you ever put it on your hands? I might do that. Buy a thing of Elmer's glue just to put it on your hands and peel it off. Dipping your hands in wax, then you take it. Like candle wax. Did you guys ever do that? Does anybody know what I'm talking about ever? I feel like half of the things that I think of I made up. Aquaphor to save the day. Even though it's wintertime, sunscreen is still important because we still have the sun. My hair was so cutie curly yesterday and then I slept on it. So just know that I have figured it out, but not today. My sister and I went to the bin store. They buy pallets off of Amazon. It was $12 Saturdays. This little gold tray with this like marbly thing, $12. And I got, look at it, literally perfect. Are you kidding me? So I organized my stuff. You guys saw one of my other videos where I like redid all my, there's literally hair, okay. And life is just finding fun gold trays and feeling really excited about that. Breakfast is looking exponential. So I did 10 ounces and then 12 ounces instead of 12 and 8. And this thing's full to the brim and I literally had to take a sip so that I could walk over with it, and I burnt the hell out of my tongue. So my tongue feels like sandpaper right now. That can't be good priming for this. Take what you need right now for my Instagram story. Clean off my camera because my camera is always disgusting. Are you having a similar problem? When I take a picture, my camera will like it'll look fine, but it'll shift to this weird granular ugliness. It takes me like 25 shots to take a picture because it'll like just make it look so ugly. And eggs already sometimes, like I don't want to look at the texture. You can see in there like the atoms. It's like a microscope. Do you know what I'm talking about? And I've gone through my camera settings. I can't figure out what it is. I know in my actual camera, there's a little flower icon. I think it's like macro or something. I always turn that off because I've noticed that that does that. But with Instagram, there's no option for that. Just have bad pictures. I don't know, it's really annoying. I have the app I Am, which gives me some affirmations, but I usually think of them. I like that they gave me, it says, I focus on positive progress. I love that. I do focus on positive progress, guys. I am grateful for all my body does for me. Deserve to move with self-respect. I feel like you can tell which ones I think of because it's kind of like, what? I welcome a new beginning. No, I welcome new beginnings and challenges. Will it fit? I welcome new beginnings. Okay, good enough. Look how fall and fun and fresh. Essential right there is my fall candle's been burning. So we got some aromatics. I'm gonna eat this in my solitude. Okay, I try not to go on my phone too early in the mornings, but I also don't care that much. And here's what I mean by that. I noticed I've been in this pattern. If something works really well one day, so for example, there was a day where I didn't go on my phone when I ate my breakfast and I noticed it had a really positive impact on my mood. Dissecting it in therapy, it sets this pattern of like, okay, well then from now on, I cannot go on my phone because it will give me a bad mood. And so it puts so much stress over times where like I would text my clients or something in the morning when I'd be eating breakfast, or like my mom and I would call and I would in my brain be like, this is ruining my day. This is ruining my day because of that one experience. Very polarized thinking in that way. So I'm learning to break those habits of like, yes, that's preference. Yes, sometimes going on my phone in the morning doesn't make me feel the best, but there's also just no pressure. So I'm just gonna eat, and if I wanna go on my phone, I can do that. And if you're gonna do certain behaviors, you might as well just do them and let yourself do it and not shame yourself for that. And that's helped with my stress a lot because I didn't realize how much unnecessary pressure I put on things, like the littlest things too, of if I make my bed before or after I journal, especially with mental health stuff, of like OCPD stuff, a lot of things, order really stresses me out, and I have to constantly regulate and say my mantras of I'm Haley Cordova, I am eating my breakfast, I am okay. I'm going on my phone right now while I'm eating my breakfast and I'm okay. I am Haley Cordova, I am eating my potato, I am doing things out of order and I am safe. And it really calms you down and it really helps me. So I'm just gonna eat this and we'll see you when I go upstairs and start our workflow for the day. I like to start my days with schoolwork when I can. It's a preference, okay? Today I wanna get my module 6 done. I have a quiz. I have 2 application assignments to do for that class. Hopefully it shouldn't take me too long. And then from there, I have a client call at 11. We're gonna let the dogs out. Schedule is kind of organized. You're in 2 classes for 7.5 weeks and then 2 classes for 7.5 weeks. It's split 1 semester in half. So it's just very consolidated. These classes end October 11th. I am almost there. On October 11th, I will purchase my spin shoes and I'm getting myself a massage. Those are the 2 things on my on my budget planner. Wish list things is a massage and spin shoes, and I'm going to get them on October 11th when I get through it. I'm very proud of myself for how I've been organizing it. Right now I'm just gonna run through the module, work on that for a little bit, and then we'll start our client calls. And I have my coffee here. I let her cool down a little bit, so she's like perfect temperature. This has the Elevate lion's mane mushroom that's like chocolate. Literally, it's hot chocolate. The only issue with this is because it's so good and the temperature is perfect, the chugger in me is itching at not just downing it in one sip, and I will not do that, okay? Let's get studious. Homework is all finished. I just finished up my client call for the morning. Reagan, if you're watching this, I love you. She's my queenie. She's doing so good. I'm so proud of her. She's literally making the most progress ever, and it's just, I feel like a mother to my children. I'm like mother duck. So I'm finishing up for my calls this evening. I sent off my little like, hey, just asking if you're coming emails. So right now we're gonna move on to letting the doggy out. It does feel really good getting my homework done as early as I can in the day, so it just frees my mind. I can be a free little, what is that Christmas song, A Parting Dove? What was that, 12 days? Parting Dove? Do you know what I'm talking about? Calling birds. Turtle doves. I was definitely thinking of turtle doves. I'm a free turtle dove when I get my homework done. It's October, it's not December. Sorry, I'm getting excited. My birthday's in December. I'm so excited. Ah, it's my golden birthday this year too. Yay, okay. Let's just go let the dog out. Okay, also, side note, but I finished my first half gallon of water, about to fill this shoddy back up and go see the doggy. Freedom. Say hello to the vlog. Hey. Come on. They had baby chicks and they've grown up enough and they have chickens. Look, how fluffy. That's crazy. They were just chicks like 2 seconds ago. You see in there? I think it would be so cool to be able to have your own animals like that and to like collect your own eggs. I'm very curious for all my farmers out there. Is it actually cheaper in terms of eggs to, I was gonna say grow your own egg, to have chickens? Because I'm thinking of like the feed, the tending and mending to them obviously costs money. Does that save money in comparison to buying as many eggs as I do? Let me know right now. I'm thinking of heyday prices of like it's 25 coins for a chicken. Probably not. It's probably much more expensive than that, I can imagine. And I feel like if it was like a big cheat code, like there would be more chickens. So I feel like it is more expensive. I'm not buying. Hey guys, that's a grocery haul. I just come home with a bundle of chicks. That kind of heals my kindergarten. Did you guys do that in your elementary school? You would like own, or you would grow chickens in class? What was that supposed to teach you? Just how to be nurturing? Now that I think about it, I guess, oh, maybe it was like a science thing with like the egg and the membrane, maybe. Just made a little snacky. I have literally just yogurt, cheesecake, jello mix, peanut butter on 2 caramel rice cakes with the rest on the side. This is literally so good. I'm gonna munch on this before we finish up our client stuff for the morning portion of my day of just like checking in and seeing how everything is going. I have to pee so bad that it's like burning, so like be right back. This is the definition of having a protein, carb, and a fat source. In my head, it's so like simplified of Greek yogurt, peanut butter, and rice cakes. Like that's what this is. This is like if you look up in a nutrition book, I mean maybe not, but in my brain, like it's so organized. So like protein, carb, fat. It doesn't need to be like that every time, but it's fun when it is. Worked on some client stuff, so now we're getting ready to go to the gym. It's legs today. Fit I have on, I don't know if I'm gonna take this off. I love these little tanks. They're so cute. I think it's a Revive sports bra that I love so much. And for my shorts, hey, a khaki colored impact shorts, which I love so much. And these are actually Young LA sweatpants that I have on. They're just black and they're the clean ones that are clean. So that's the answer to that. And I think I wanna put my hair in a bun today, but it's gonna, which means tomorrow. This is really gonna screw up my hair journey because I literally washed it. I'm gonna bun it. I've been working on some client stuff and letting my little snacky digest because only God knows. Obviously, like right before a workout, you wanna avoid having a significant amount of fat or fiber because that just slows your digestion, and only God knows how much peanut butter I put into that. So I've let it digest a little bit. How are we feeling about that? Not good. What is that? Is that cute and messy? Should I have done that? I look like a ballet teacher. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. The only issue is that my little breakage bits look like I just got electrocuted. Half up, half down bun. Is that too lioness? Am I starring in the Wizard of Oz right now? Don't lie to me. Don't. We're gonna bobby pin it. Shut up. It's just like so messy and like whatever. What is, okay, what does that look like from the back? What is happening there? I don't know what that is. What is that? I want to try doing fun new things, but I don't know what. If you have curly hair, I'm running out of options here and I can only take so much. Bobby pin it, and it's gonna be cute because I'm wearing it. That's the mindset that we're having right now. I genuinely cannot tell if that's cute or not, so that means that we're gonna challenge myself and just wear it out anyways and see how I feel. See if I leave to go to the bathroom and cry like mid-set. We'll figure that out. I don't know how I managed to do this. I have lost both of my Legion bottles in the span of a week. I left one of them on the stairs and I left my other one some other time. I don't know. So we're using this and just shaking it up a lot. I'm gonna finish up my peach ring. This is caffeinated. Playing around with my routine a little bit where I can be flexible just to see what feels good. Avoid being like rigid with my thinking, and usually like this would be a little bit earlier. I'm doing a scoop of my non-stem green apple, by the way. And I know you saw how big that scoop was and you're not making a comment about it. Struggling a lot with like the midday slump of like anywhere from 2 to 4 p.m. before my next like strain of client calls. This is just a scoop of the energy surge. Not even like energy wise, just like mood wise. It kind of, I get a little bit sad. I don't know what people do during that time. Let me know. Asked Nick, he was like, well, that's usually when I have an energy drink. I was like, okay, that's just not helpful. I'm trying to avoid that. And I don't know if that is a reflection of when I train of, I'm gonna go a little bit earlier today to hit legs because I do feel really good right now. In the past, I would have just waited to go to the gym until like 2 because what I usually do. If I feel good and ready right now, why don't I just go right now? I know that seems so obvious. You forget when you live a certain way and you like literally don't give yourself options of being a different way. Why? I'm gonna let myself go now because I feel good now, and then I get to do more things when I get home if I have time. And that's it. Mud. Okay, we're at the gym. If you're wondering how my gym anxiety is doing, I'm literally sitting in my car. I'm feeling real anxious right now. And part of me is like, is it just the pre-workout? I don't know. I'm not anxious because of my lift. I'm just like feeling, okay, I'll give you the real answer of why this happened. I posted a TikTok about how the whole winter arc thing, like, yeah, that's like having fun names is motivational and that's great. I think it's just funny how society and stuff, like we need to put names on things to get people to be motivated. Like that was my point, is like you can have whatever terms help you. I'm not saying you can't do that, but at the end of the day, it's the same exact habits that get you where you need to be. And like I think it's just comical how like we always make fun edits of things, whatever. And I checked the comments and some people are like, why spread negativity on it? And like some people aren't happy with how I posted that. And whenever I get like hate, that's not hate, but there's a part of me initially that like I felt my mood completely drop of like, oh, maybe I should delete this, maybe I'm wrong. And it's just like I'm learning that I don't take criticism very well. So I'm sitting here picking and I'm sitting with my anxiety. Hello anxiety, how are you doing? And she's telling me I need to learn to stand in my truth. And that is, I'm not like, it's okay. Like I was just making a joke, and if you get it, you get it, and it's okay. And I'm not gonna private the video because I can learn to have other opinions. So we're gonna go lift. I'm excited about that. I am feeling very much anxious right now, but you're allowed to feel anxious and still get your shit done. They can coexist. And I stand by that. I feel this need I'm recognizing to like justify myself to not be wrong. And it's like, what if you're also just wrong? We're gonna go get a good lift and I'm not gonna go on my phone during it. And that's like an example maybe of like sometimes social media, like I'll post something. I could be having a great day. And then if I get one comment that's like, I have a very positive community and I'm incredibly grateful for that. But sometimes like I don't go on Instagram real comments for that reason. Be so mean for no reason and it like completely wrecks my mood, but I'm not giving people power over like my lift. They can just have power over my nail polish. And looks like we're painting our nails today when we get home. I already feel better talking about that. I'm curious. Good crunch. I'm literally picking all of these off into my cup holder right now while my pre hits. I'll see you in the gym, I suppose. Okay, welcome to the voiceover. I'm curious if this works really well because I have my little microphone that I'm holding right now. I'm not like hunched over my computer. So please let me know if there's a difference in quality. I hope there is. But these were my movements. I did a lot of Smith machine today because it was open and it felt stable and like home. And I think this is like not to view things philosophically and like way deeper than they need to be. I feel like the anxiety I was feeling, I needed some stability. Okay, I needed a Smith machine. It's absolutely effective. It's a great machine. I love it and I use it all the time. So I did some RDLs here. I did, I think, 3 sets. I'm really pushing myself, trying to focus on squeezing up and inward. And then from there, I moved on to my Bulgarians, which I'll leave some of the audio for those as well. But these were super fun. Okay, I just listened to that segment, guys. That sounds so crisp and like a Diet Coke from like a gas station that when you're hungover. Like that's beautiful. That's home. I'm so happy. Okay, yay. Anyways, I moved on to my Bulgarians here. I did 3 sets. I started with, I think these are 25s. I'm really focusing. One thing that really helps with form for Bulgarians is instead of going forward, notice how I'm hinging my hips backwards. I almost treat my Bulgarians like an RDL slash hip thrust combo. I always think of Drake. What is it? Madness, badness combination. But I'm focusing on shooting my hips backwards. The Smith machine might especially be helpful if you notice yourself feeling it in your quads because you could be potentially lunging forwards. And because of how it's set up, I'm more prone, if you will, to going back and really focusing on pushing up and inwards and treating that upper portion like a hip thrust almost. That cue really helped me because I felt it in my quads for the longest time ever. So hopefully that is helpful for you too. I got 10 on each foot, not easily, but like with too much ease. So I upped it to 35s and now we're gonna try to get 8. I really like these on the Smith machine because the stability is really nice. What I was saying in these clips is I'm starting these a little bit fatigued, so I'm just going to do 3 sets with 3 plates. The hip thrust machine was taken the majority of the workout, and in my brain I was like, this is just a sign that I can do something else. I don't need a hip thrust today. And then I opened up, and then I was like, actually, I really want to do hard things to prove myself that I can do it. And even though I was feeling real anxious and kind of like stressed and not in my moment, I still did them. And guys, I'm so grateful I did them. So period. So as you can see here, really focusing on hinging backwards and squeezing my glutes up at the top. I try not to, and as I record this, I'm noticing I kind of rock at the top like that. I, moving forward, will be more intentional about just having a solid squeeze sesh, okay? I don't know what terminology that means, and not kind of, not that I'm hyperextending, but that can also, if you do that too excessively, that could put stress on your lumbar back, like your lower back region. So really focusing on hinging and squeezing up at the top. These felt so good. Hip thrusts are one of my favorite exercises. Do they feel good? Like, no, but mentally, yes. Do you know what I mean? Typically, I would start with these because they are the most taxing movement out of my leg days, and going into them a little bit fatigued, I was a little nervous and I was like, oh my God, well, what if these are gonna feel bad because I'm already tired? Girl, let's like get under there, strap in, go to King's Dominion, and then find out. And guess what? I had an amazing time. I got a cute picture and I got a souvenir. Okay, I got a Snoopy little souvenir coin. For new people or just general advice, yes, you should start with the more, compound movements, challenging things first so that you can give the most effort within that. So like if I was squatting, for example, I would want to start with that. Or if like for an upper body day, for example, I would want to do something like barbell bench press before doing like flies or something, just for me personally, so that I can really focus on fatiguing through more main movements before going into like isolations. I would never personally start my leg days with like, kickbacks or something because I want to give all of that effort, all of that pre-workout girly pop to this, right? But I also think it's important just to keep in mind too, if there are days where your order is a little bit messed up or whatever, as long as you are giving intensity with whatever it is, that's what matters the most. So if you can give intensity with your hip thrusts, even if it's maybe a little bit lighter or whatever, like 3 exercises in, that's okay, girl. You're gonna be okay. And like, look at that intensity. I'm proud of myself. Okay, I'm really proud of myself. So period. My butt's gonna fall off. What you know about it? Get into it. Also, the hair is really growing on me. And then I moved on to some hyper extensions. These were one of my favorite. It's either these or kickbacks. Kickbacks still I struggle with a little bit on form, so I just prefer doing hyper extensions because I really feel like I've nailed it. Okay, so my feet are a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. My toes can't really see them. Okay, freak, but they're pointed outwards a little bit. There's a slight bend in my knees, and I have the pad adjusted so that I'm allowing myself a full range of motion and like hinging at my hips. And if you look at my back is not straight; it's rounded. So this exercise or this machine can also be biased more for your lower back. If you were to keep your back straight, then you can like work out your lower back through this. But I use this for more glute focused, and by doing that, I keep my back rounded. I'm squeezing up and inwards through my cheeks. Okay, kind of a weird angle, but listen, I don't know what else to tell you there, okay? Which is what made the most sense. So I hug a plate to myself like we're little besties, and then I do like 3 sets with that. And then whenever I fail out with that weight, I drop it and just do body weight to failure. So I really hold my butt cheeks. Sometimes that helps me with mind muscle connection to hold my butt, okay? Some people, you might notice that also on like things like lat pull downs, like single arm. People will literally grab onto the muscle. This is me also for hypertrophy, putting your weight back. It makes it better and you actually grow your butt more. So but if you can nail the movement and cleaning up after yourself, I promise you your gains are going to just be out the window. Okay, I'm thinking of that future song. But anyways, my last thing that I finished up with were some abductions. I did do some calves as well, but I didn't film them because also the calf machine, it's just, I don't have a tripod like that goes upward. And so anytime I try to film calves, it's literally up my crack. Like, I don't know, my uncle watches my videos. Like, what are we doing here? So I did do some calves, I promise. Okay, but this little drop set that I do with my abductors, I love. I started on, I think, 100 pounds. I did 5 sets, working every single set down 10 pounds every time. So I would do a set at 100 for as many reps as I could, drop it to 90, as many reps as I could, and go down for 5 sets till I reached 50. And it's so good. Okay, your last movements should not be easier just because they're accessories. And I would really recommend trying this out because it feels so good every single time. And the pump can speak for itself. Okay, period. We're in a different studio for a fun little, I feel like I'm in hell right now. Pump check. Guys, that was such a good lift. And I feel, first of all, the hair is cute. It somehow I think got cuter the longer that I worked out. That's very weird hair math, but like, period. I feel so good. I feel so much better than I did before. I'm so proud of myself for getting a really solid lift. And even though I felt anxious, I talked to Nick a little bit. And I have come to my consensus, by the way. I'm keeping the video up because I stand by that. And I have opinions and then I get scared to voice them. You know what? People disagreeing with you is a sign that you're moving in the right direction. And I am trying to fight the urge for me to explain myself to everybody and like, no, well, I meant this. Well, actually, I meant, but no, I meant what I meant. Having a winter arc is okay. I just thought that the word winter arc is funny. That's what I meant. And it wasn't received that way, and it's okay. That's what I meant. And even though that's how that was received, my affirmations right now, I am okay. What belongs to me simply finds me. Hell yeah to that, and I feel so good. Such a solid little pump in. I got my blood flow. I'm feeling strong. And the lighting in here is really cool. I kind of want to like take a selfie. Because the orange, it's fall. It's like red lighting. Dude, if I could pole dance, I want to go to a pole dancing class so bad. This would be perfect lighting for that. Post-workout feast here. I have a potato with some avocado. Okay. with some broccoli and then some chicken and buffalo sauce and then some avocado paired with my creatine. This is the strawberry kiwi flavor. Code Haley if you want to. Rainbow Road, that is, right? With the creatine? Fun! So this is gonna obviously, this has everything you need in terms of your carbs, your proteins, your fats, get your creatine. Performance for recovery, all the things. So we're about to munch on this. I'm using a fork with my broccoli, rare sighting, and then work on some editing and client things for the evening. Am I zoomed in right now? I am, I knew that. If you, outside of salt, if you had to pick a seasoning, only one seasoning that you can have for the rest of your life, what would it be? Only one. I think mine would be garlic powder. I was bordering between that and cinnamon, but obviously I'm more tuned to savory things versus sweet, even though I use cinnamon so much. I think it would be, what would yours be? I'm trying to think. Pepper, honestly, like, yeah, I guess you can taste it. I don't feel like it's that significant. I think half of it is just for like presentation. Garlic powder, I think makes the biggest difference. Or no, hot sauce does not count. Maybe Old Bay? A lot of seasonings in it altogether. I don't know, I'll have to think about that one. Okay, I just finished my client call, so now we're gonna do some micro cleaning. I have about 30 minutes until my next one. This is one thing that I really make sure that I do. So literally all that I'm doing today, I already have my bathroom trash in here. To keep a to keep a tidy space. And I don't set apart like today's my cleaning day. I will just do frequent small little things. And so today my frequent small little things, taking my trash out, which this is all Diet Coke cans. Taking my trash out was my one thing, and then I also want to clean my fan because I was looking at it last night. Look at my fan. I don't know if you can, I guess you can see it maybe like right there. There's like lint on there. That can't be good for your air quality. I don't know if that actually makes a difference or not, but I'm literally gonna get this tissue and just clean my fan. Why, like, whose hair is that? Is that gross? I don't know if that's gross or not. I probably shouldn't do this with it on. But dude, when's the last time you cleaned your fan? I'm just gonna wipe it down generally with a little tissue, and then I think I have a fan cleaner. Like a fan cleaner, like a, you get what I'm talking about. I'm getting dust all probably into my hair right now and just straight into my eyeballs. Oh, that was a nasty one, dude. This is actually so interesting to me. How do you get hair up in your fan? I don't know if that's gross or not. Can you see that? Whose hair is that? That's not mine. I don't know. Into the trash it goes. I just checked. I thought that I had like a Swiffer thing on there, but even so, I'm just gonna leave it at that. And I just cleaned my fan, checked my trash out. And that's my little micro cleaning for the day. And that just really helps me keep an organized space without feeling really overwhelmed. So like tomorrow, maybe I'll vacuum. And that'll be the one thing that I do, and it makes it so much easier to stay clean and organized. It's less overwhelming, and it really helps me feel better. And mentally too, to have a clean room, like it really does mean the world to me. I'm trying to think if I should shower before or after. So just take out your garbo. So easy. Okay, I got this. What is happening to me? I just finished my client calls. I got to shower. I repainted my nails. Literally just a quick dry. It's the colors chill out. And I felt like I needed that. And I do really love this green. Isn't that so pretty? Okay, isn't that pretty? And it just dries really fast, honestly. But I have a little snack here. I'm about to go over to Nick's, I think. But I just have a big old Rito. We got a bunch of turkey, 2 pieces of cheese, and some spinach. And then I just have a Honeycrisp apple with my buffalo sauce. So we're just gonna munch on this real quick. And then I'm gonna go over, finish some stuff upstairs. And then probably go over to Nick's tonight. Feeling this is Honeycrisp apple too, the best kind. You hear that? Something about a burrito. I'm gonna do it every time. Okay, if you're wondering why the spotlight, one other thing for my seasonal depression that I have, I got this off Amazon like 4 years ago or something. It is a seasonal depression lamp. So you can get these off Amazon. It's supposed to mimic the sunlight, which I know I should not be doing before bed. That is not optimal, but I have some videos I get to edit really quick. One that I'm really freaking excited about because I heard the new Future album, and his song MJ I think is one of my favorites off of the album, and in my head I could visualize, I was like, I know an edit I can do to this and I want to make it right now. Anyways, and I have a bunch of other little videos I get to edit really quick just to catch up on because I've been slacking with my client things and my whatever. With the lamp, it's recommended to sit in front of it for like 20 to 30 minutes every single day. I like to start it early on in the season. I don't know if it really makes a difference if I'm being honest, but in my head I'm like, but what if it does? And then I stop and then that's how I know that it does. Do you know what I mean? I just get my kind of 20 minutes while I'm sitting here editing on my phone. It's 8 o'clock right now. That is like how to not sleep well, is have the phone and bright light. This is supposed to literally mimic the sun. Well, that's just poor planning on my part, but it kills 2 birds with 1 stone. So that's what I'm gonna do. And then Nick is getting off work soon, and I think I'm gonna go over there. We might hang out, get some food or something. I don't really know yet. I had a really fun day. I'm learning a lot about myself and how I respond to certain stressors. And with the video, I feel better about it. You know what? I think I needed to learn that
sometimes criticism makes me uncomfortable, but I need to learn to stand in my beliefs. And it sounds so silly. And content creation brings me so much fulfillment and I love it. Oh, how do you like have the courage to post? I just do my best. I don't handle criticism well. I am so blessed that I feel like I've been positively received in the community. That one video that I literally just said that like having the term winter arc is kind of funny and silly that we like categorize things. Getting some comments of like, wow, you seem like you're fun at parties made my heart break. It did. It almost ruined my lift. It didn't, and I'm so proud of myself. So proud of myself. Writing down for my, I'm gonna write down in my journal for gratitude of how proud I am that I kept the video up, but also that I got a good lift in spite of that. But I'm learning that I don't respond to criticism well, and that makes me look introspective on myself of like being sure of myself and not feeling a need to over-explain and appeal to everybody. You don't need to do that, and I needed to learn that today, so I'm grateful for that experience. Sneak peek into my life, I don't know, but I'm just gonna edit and then I'll probably go to Nick's. I don't usually film when I'm like at his house and with him because I like to keep my relationship stuff private and just have some kind of little something with me, you know? But that's kind of the plan for tonight. I have a toothbrush over there, so don't freak out. I'm not gonna go over there with turkey breath. But he would be used to that by now, honestly. So we're gonna sit in front of our lamp, edit some videos, and that's kind of what my hump day looked like. So fun and fresh. I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you're speaking kindly to yourself, and I will see you in the next one. Go get big.